We are live, Coach. We're live. We gotta come in here and hit the. MSSADA Big 5-0. It's Wednesday. I'm here with the Big Bedford Buck, Keith Mangan, myself, Matt Trahan. We just came downstairs from upstairs. The luncheon was spectacular. Food was fantastic. We're having a great time. A lot of worthy people were on it today.
Absolutely.
Did a great job. Jim Quattromoni presenting all of the past presidents. We're off and running here, folks, and we're excited. We're excited to get down to that vendor hall tonight.
Absolutely. We got some folks here. Fran Witten's here. Louis Macedo's here. Walter Sargent's here. Yep. Bill Johnson, Smokey Marisi. Jay Costa's in the house.
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic.
Rich Riley's here. Everyone who's anyone is here right now.
All the heavy hitters.
Right now.
So,
yep. It's great so far. So, and that's Jim Davis.
Jim Davis is in the house. Bill Vacaro's here. They're all here.
We are having a great time here so far down the Cape, and a lot of stuff going on. As Matt just said, the luncheon's happening right now. We just brought all of the past presidents down, the retired ADs. We did a nice group photo with all those folks. Had a little gift for them as well. They're hanging out in Bogies right now, having a bite to eat, and no, we're good.
Hey, let's call it what it is. You know who was upstairs? You know who was upstairs?
Who's upstairs?
Gold Athletics.
Oh.
The only way to fundraise. They're up there. They're talking. They're taking care of business. They're taking care of us, right? Yep. They're up there. Matt Ross and his team are up there. Tremendous job. They sponsored this podcast. They sponsor MSSADA, and they're up there, and they're sponsoring the luncheon as well.
Absolutely.
So, we can't thank them enough for their partnership with MSSADA.
Yep. They've
been great to us. I think it's been a really good thing for our association.
Absolutely.
And, if you're looking for a fundraising company, really, you don't have to look very far. If you're listening to the podcast, if you're paying attention to what's going on, Gold Athletics. We're going down there a little bit later. I'm going for my beef jerky. He's going to try to get some. It is what it is. I don't know that I'm sharing, but, I could be talked into it.
We are ready to go. So tonight we have a couple of sessions this afternoon, and the vendor kickoff will start tonight.
Yep.
Start the cornhole competition. That'll happen as well. Maybe we'll see a repeat of last year's stellar performance, a big win. We do have an athletic director that won it all last year, came down the last minute,
which is huge.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah,
think about that for a second, right? Well, how much did he win?
Well, I don't know if we can say it on here because we don't want the IRS tracking us down.
Yeah, it was hundreds.
Yes,
it was
a good one. It was a good one. We also do our 50-50 raffle. So we'll give those out. And the past, you had to be in the room on Thursday night's banquet. But whoever gets drawn now will get the money, and then half will go.
Yep.
We'll donate to our national sponsor, our national initiative. So that'll be great. Look, I even look over here. I see Tim Collins from Natick High School walking in right now.
Wow.
So this is anyone who's anyone is down here.
Yeah, this is a bevy of beauties. We've got all kinds of people down here who are, really great at what they do.
Yep.
So, the other thing too that, we always talk about this is we're all in situations. We all have things. I've leaned on you and asked you for a favor. And I know that it's reciprocal, right?
Yep.
But at the end of the day, when you get down here, there's so much education. There's so many great things. But the number one thing is there's people.
Yep.
And there's people who have been through it. People who have been through it for a long time.
Yes,
if you've got a question, reach out. Don't be afraid to ask.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's a fantastic opportunity to really, for the younger ADs, hop on, get involved, see how it works. To me, this is the premier conference across the country.
Absolutely. You can't go wrong. If you're not down here, meeting new people, learning new things, you're doing it wrong.
Yep.
And having that ability to sit, let our head down per se. Some of us are able to do that better than others. But to be able to even have a conversation with someone like Jim Davis, retired athletic director from Belmont High School, who's here. It's a great event.
Yeah. I love Jim. Jim, way back when Jim brought me on too, and I know he brought you in as well. So, there's been great mentors that are here, and these folks aren't hung up on titles. They are just here to help. You got the man, the myth, the legend, Otto. All right.
Yep.
Former AD
Absolutely.
from Taunton High School. He's the best. He's the best. I jumped on with him, and he brought me along as well. So we've all had some great mentors.
Yep.
What I do want to say to you is this: you talk about mentors and good things happening here. I had the privilege today to sit on a panel for Jen Gross and Sports U.
Oh, great.
And the room was packed. And I got to tell you, it was an honor to be involved and actually, speak. But that Sports U program is phenomenal, and it's free.
Absolutely.
And it's free.
Absolutely.
So
And it's a great opportunity to be able to communicate with people.
Yeah.
Communicate with teams. We use that to put information out left and right.
Yep.
Throughout this week at the conference, you can't go wrong. And Jen and her team are outstanding.
Oh, I mean, and Philip, I was talking to Philip last night. He actually stopped by and saw us up in room 426. So I was happy to see him. I'm actually going to get together with him because I don't know if you folks know this, but there's an integration piece where you can get your arbiter to physically upload to Sports U, and it's live. So that being said, when you make your change, athletic directors, it'll change right there on Sports U.
And speaking of 426, if you're around tonight and you want to pop by room 426, Kevin Cairo will be on the mic and the guitar
Playing the ones and twos,
and it's always a great event.
I'll tell you, we relate him to the Dos Equis guy. He is by far the most interesting man in the world. He has talents that most of us don't even know about. All you got to do is have a conversation with him. You learn something new every time. But what I will say is this: if you enjoyed it last year, like Keith said, he's got a new set list. He's got more songs. Actually, he played last night, and he was pretty darn good.
Yeah. It's outstanding.
I love it.
It's and with something else he's been after us, talking about doing like a here we are in March and doing a bracket about some different events. So that's something that might be coming out here soon, having a little debate on here about different things. So it'll be great.
I think it's good. He actually, a fun one for us because I think the age grouping is similar. I know I'm a little. No, you're a little older than me. That's right. I forgot. I didn't want to put that out there. But I think we were talking last night. Top five. Okay, top 5 wrestlers from the 1980s. Top 5. I mean, and he said 80s. We talked about it in the suite last night. I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, I mean, these names should just spill out of your mouth.
So listen, I'd say in my top 5, I would go with Jimmy Superfly Snuka
at 5
from the island of Tonga.
Tonga, yep.
He'd definitely be in my top 5.
Yep.
For right now.
At what number? You're going to put him at 5 for now. Go ahead.
I'll put him at 5 for now.
Yep.
Who else? We got Hogan.
Yeah, you got to be in there. I'd put him at 4 though.
Who else we got here? Oh,
I know who you're saving for number 1. He's mine and yours too.
We can go right down, but I'm an old. We talked about this before. I'm an old WCW guy too.
Same.
So
that's what That's why you and I are like this. Okay?
We always come back, and you could take it. So the top 3, any combination, but the Nature Boy's got to be number 1. He's got to be number 1. Without question, he's number 1. I was always a big Arn Anderson fan.
Listen to me, Spine Busters.
Listen, the Enforcer, he had it going on.
Yep.
Tully Blanchard,
not so much.
Not as much, but I would go back to it. It's tough to differentiate, but the Von Erich family.
Yes, that was a great movie, by the way.
Yeah,
it was a fantastic movie.
But Kevin would probably be in my top 5.
See, I don't know if I would put him there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and certainly, it could be debated.
Yep.
But as far as the 3 spot goes, you could make the argument for Sting. You really could make the argument for Sting. And
absolutely,
guy basically ran the show forever.
So, absolutely.
And those are some of the things that and we agree on a lot. So I love the fact that you threw the second one in there, and who doesn't love the 5th spot? The guy jumping off the top of the cage, right?
Right off on the island of Tonga.
Met
him one time in Somerville, at Gold's Gym in Somerville. He was doing a thing over there, and he looked big, but was massive, chest huge, and come off the top rope. But again, that Samoan culture of wrestlers, which we see so many. All the way through the Usos and the Rock and tons of them, and they're all from that same area. And it's what an amazing group of wrestlers.
So fun fact, right? Fun fact, and I don't know that everybody knows this, but if you're from the South Coast area, we have an athletic director, Mr. Scott Ashworth. He goes by a couple of names, Sweet Scott. Sweet Scott. He's also, believe it or not, he has the rights to Doink the Clown.
Really?
He has wrestled as Doink the Clown, and I'll tell you this: I haven't been in a long time But I do know that he runs some fundraisers, and Mr. Caro said that the first time that he ever stepped foot in the gym at Brockton, he threw Skittles everywhere. So he won't let him go for that. He will not let him go for that. But if you haven't seen Sweet Scott or Doink Russell,
that's great.
Yeah, get up on the Twitter sphere and find out.
Yes,
I'm looking for a good event.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's good stuff.
Ash is another man of many talents.
Yeah. So listen, so I think at this point, once again, we talked about Matt Ross and his group from Gold Athletics, and we'll be stopping by their booth, and we'll probably pop one of these on at some point, either Wednesday, either tonight or tomorrow morning from their booth, which would be great. And but again, as Matt said, great group of people. The whole staff's here today. We walked out of the room earlier today. One of the guys stops me and goes, "Saw your podcast last night. It was great. Can't wait. Love it watching you guys." And but great people and great products to offer.
Oh, 100%.
There's something for everyone.
What I like, Keith, is this: is if we're going to get a little philosophical for a second, right? What these folks have wrapped their arms around us in a way that they're part of the MSSADA family. One, but two, they take it so seriously that, like you said, their entire staff is here. It's not just a one-man show. They all find value in the partnership as we do. They're premium. Premium, right? For us.
Absolutely.
It's a must-see when you get down there. I know at some point, let's call it what it is. I mean, I think everybody enjoys, the podcast. However, you need to hear from them. And there's certainly a few others that I would, I'd like to have Kevin maybe bring his guitar on here and maybe, hey, listen, folks, that you can comment on this. So if you have a request and dedication, we might be able to get Kevin on here and play the banjo.
I think that's a no-brainer.
You know what I mean? Like
I think that's a no-brainer.
The sky is the limit.
Put that out right now. If you have a request that we can get Kevin to play, we'll maybe bring him on live on the podcast to play. We'll make that happen.
You know what to do? We'll make it real simple for everybody. Tweet right at us. Okay, at MSSADA 9. Tweet at us. We're going to get Kevin to bring his guitar down. We will be playing something. I already have my first request. He's a big Journey guy. He loves Journey. Okay. That being said, folks, we're going to wrap this up. These are going to be little short pop-ups. We probably will do a long one at the end of the week, but don't be surprised if we pop back on. We may announce it. We may not. You just never know where you're going to find the Big Bedford Buck and your guy here, Matt Trahan. Hope to see everybody down at the vendor hall in a little bit.
See you, folks.